Good win, mate. Well played.
Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome to the New Era Stadium here in Cabramatta for the second game of Day 4 of the Emerging Nations World Championships of Rugby League. Hungary about to face off with Malta. See both teams out there in the centre, they're getting ready for the national anthem. Paul Arundale and Lee Edison in commentary for this one. So good afternoon to Lee.
Afternoon, how are you?
Very well, thanks mate. Ask me a little bit later on, see how I am.
What is it with me, you and rain?
It's just the trend. Get ready for both teams' national anthems here.
Thank you, and now the outstanding for the Maltese national anthem.
Who's got the keys?
Thank you all.
It's the two national anthems. They're moments away from kick-off here in the second semi-final of the Emerging Nations Championships. We went through moments ago, defeating Greece 16-8.
We've got Aaron
Poured down in the first half of that game, and
in the front row we've got Daniel
now with no rain, but the wind is very strong from right to left on your screen.
Second row is Billy Moser and Paul Wyman, and locking the scrum is Jerry Forkosh.
Get us underway for Hungary. The black shorts and the black socks.
And Paolo Watchoy.
That's a good prediction. Safe bet. We're underway. Malta will bring this out with Castle.
Both sides have been particularly just don't lie down. described me as a dog that's just biting their ankles all the time. I think Malta probably suffer from a shorter turnaround in their game, their second pool game. I was very impressed with them now.
Good start to the set here for Malta. Blake Phillips. Contact there from Hungary straight away. Marcus goes for a run from dummy half. It's Flanagan with the headgear on. Thrown a dummy straight away. Flanagan's to put the headgear on. Kick there from Jono. It's been a fumble. We've got a try here. It's Castle. Quite sure what happened there. There's a few changes in the Maltese side here too. I think it was Adam Campbell that's got the try. Wait for the replay. Wait for the replay to come up here.
Quick try.
Yeah, Malta. It's caught us all off guard here. So Malta opened the scoring here.
They rolled forward really well from the front. Yeah, shot just settling into the commentary box.
Unfortunately, we were struck there by that beam. Lovely Cabramatta. It's 4-0 to Malta.
Certainly capable of that, I think. Great start for their coach, similar to how they constructed some of their sets in the round one game against the Philippines.
Benson. 12 in for touch here. Superstar from Malta. That's a wobbly old kick, so it remains 4 points to 0. A couple of changes in the Hungary team.
The opening try, semi-final number 2 was by Malta for number 11.
If there's one team whose heads won't go down because of that.
Tyler Cassell. The conversion was unsuccessful. Let's score at Malta 4.
Plenty of football left.
Only 77 minutes to go.
That's a good deep kick-off. Thank you very much, as we just got the late changes through for Hungary. And I'll take the time to go through the teams, because that all happened so fast. For Malta,
oh,
a penalty here.
A bit close to the money, that.
So Malta will get a piggyback out of trouble here. So fullbacks Emmanuel Sultana, the wingers are Nathan Benson and Jake Scott. The centres are Ben Stone and Kyle Castle. The halves are Justin Rodriguez and Jono Dallas. The forwards are Blake Phillips and Kyle Green. Jake Attard is the number 9 and captain. Tyler Castle, Aaron Greach and Josh Martin are the back row. On the bench you've got Adam Campbell, Josh Cregan, Jack Lomax, Zach Borg and Zach Camillari. As they go on there, take another solid contact there. As Kyle Green's brought down to the ground. Attard at dummy half. Rodriguez goes to Davis.
Good shift.
With Castle again. Castle tries to get the arm free and he's wrapped up.
Only one team in control so far.
Dallas again. Runs to the line. Oh, the pass was popped away. This could be play on, it is. Castle's got it.
Yeah.
Castle could be hard to stop from here. He's brought down. 8 out from the try line.
Big shift to the right and they're in.
Dallas again with the ball. Finds his front row forward in Phillips. Still on the 10-metre line. And the referee gives a penalty to Malta. Just a hand in the ruck there. Flanagan penalised. So Green gets within 5 metres of the line, but he's driven back.
Might have been an idea to take the 2 in these conditions, actually.
So here's a run here from Rodriguez. Still brought down Attard from dummy half. I thought he was going to go himself, but he pops the pass there to Green.
Nah.
And we've got another try to Malta.
That's why they didn't take the 2.
8-0. 2 early tries in the first 5 minutes here of the second semi-final. Kyle Green gets over. And it's a dream start for Malta.
2 self-completed sets, but with the aid of a couple of penalties as well. And perfect start for Malta, going forward really well, shifting the ball reasonably well. They've got a plan. They've played off a couple of scrum lines. Also testing out the middle with a tip on in the middle there. Hungary just not into the game yet.
while Benson lines this kick up, I'll go through the Hungary team. Everything's just happened at a rapid pace. Cruz Touré's the fullback. Brent Varga and Nathan Farkas are on the wings. In the centres, we've got Paul McEwen in 4, Jason Garrich in 3. In the halves, we've got Aaron Farkas and David Farkas. The front rows are Daniel Ivan and James Kovac. In the hooker is Stuart Flanagan. The back rows are Billy Moser and Paul Ivan. And Jared Farkas is the lock. On the bench, you've got Dane Wetherill, we've got Simon Califas, Karoy Akachoy, and Gerald Nagy. As Benson strikes this, makes no mistake, so it's Malta 10, Hungary 0. And just under 8 minutes gone in this one. Super start for Malta.
Hungary needs to try and force an error here with a defensive set. What they don't need to do is give away penalties.
Try Malta to number 10, Carl
David Farkas will get us back underway.
One feature of the Hungary 2 performances, they've not scored many points, have they? But they've defended well, and already they've put the defensive side of the scoreboard under pressure with 10 early points against them.
Need to muscle up here. Cole Green, the try scorer, will play the ball. It's hard, gives it to Castle. Good tackle there. Jared Farkas right underneath the rib cage.
I've noticed the Hungary hooker, Stuart Flanagan, number 9 there, has made an awful lot of tackles already. I think they're targeting him in defence. I think the coach, Aaron McDonald's, done his homework. Let's see if that continues to unfold.
There's Dallas. Kick over, sort of into no man's land. It's not a bad kick, splitting the fullback and the winger.
Better defence from Hungary without any ill discipline. So let's see what they do with the ball.
So Hungary, first opportunity is Cruz Touré. Eventually he'll be brought down.
Great ruck control from Malta there.
So they go the short side, Ivan. And the referee penalises Malta. Too eager up in the line.
Now this is Hungary's chance to get one back on the scoreboard pretty quickly, and be interested to see how they construct their sets.
Good touch finder.
Looks like a short defensive line from Malta.
So what a Hungary got here. Moser played in the centres in the first game against Greece.
Notice Malta putting a lot of bodies in the tackle. There's been at least 3 in every tackle so far, which is good.
Here's Paul Ivan. Daniel Ivan, in fact. Paul Ivan, Daniel Ivan.
I've already had the commentary curse twice. That next tackle, there was 2 people in it.
So Jared Farkas will take this one. Good tackle there from Tyler Castle.
And 3 in that one too.
So run from dummy half is Garrich. Up to the 20 now, Hungary. Turn around and they play the ball and they get a penalty here. Just holding here for too long.
Have the 2 teams changed jerseys, because it seems like they've both done the same thing to each other.
Here's a good run from Kovac. 2 metres out from the line. Flanagan waits for it at dummy half. They go the short side. Here's Ivan again. Daniel Ivan driving with the legs. 3 or 4 Maltese in that tackle again.
Expect a shift to the post or to the right now.
Set deep into the right, but they go to the left. Flanagan will go for himself from dummy half.
Maybe a see throughout the commentary, see how many things I can get wrong today. This isn't a good omen for my game later, is it?
I'm not going to say anything. It's the commentator's curse. That's what it is. So the restart. McEwen.
He skipped out then. I wonder if he's targeting anybody in the line.
So Farkas through the hands. This is Jared Farkas. A short pass there to Paul Ivan. Ivan's got the hands free. Flicks it back to Touré. He spilled it.
They had the right idea. I just think they did that shift a player too late. I think they had Malta tied up.
So Josh Martin will play this. Quick play the ball.
And these things make a difference, Paul. You know, Malta have been in good ball twice, scored points twice. Hungary have had a shot and not scored, so.
Solid defence. They're certainly aiming up Hungarians. Putting some big shots on early. Another one there. Blake Phillips was jolted back in the tackle from Paul Ivan, he pops the pass away to Attard, so here's Kyle Green. Flicks it out the back to Attard. The referee has seen a forward pass.
Paul, somebody on Facebook's just asked for team list. Do you mind if I take a photo of this one and try and
Sure
put it
can.
on?
There's a couple of changes in that.
Oh, okay.
For the Hungarian side.
Should I take one of yours then that you've got?
If you can read the writing.
And then I've got to work out the technology to try and get it onto Facebook.
So the scrum will pack 35 out from the Malta Knights line on the left-hand side. David Farkas throws it back inside to McEwen, who's hit pretty solidly. A tackle from Martin.
Can you put photos on chat under a live stream?
Geez, mate, you're asking the wrong person.
Hopefully somebody tells. Hopefully somebody tells.
Send us
me.
a message.
Yeah.
Send us a comment on Facebook. So they go to the short side. Here against McEwen. He's been heavily involved early on for Hungary in attack. Going to be driven close to the sideline. In fact, he's over. The ball's come loose. The referee's going to say we'll have a scrum with a Malta feed on the 10-metre line. Again, the referee's very hard to pick out. The white and the pink. For clash with the two jerseys. So if you're tuning into this stream, let us know where you're watching from. If you're just around the corner, there's plenty of shelter. All the Niue fans have left, so there's plenty of space in the grandstand now.
Yeah, they fill the place.
So Benson with the restart. Tackled there by Aaron Farkas. It's hard. Waits for it at dummy half. He's Green. Straight into the Ivan boys.
Hungary have been up here twice now and not scored points, so that'll start to worry them.
Here's Castle. Danger man for Malta. Impressive tournament so far. We've got a penalty here. Referee asking for the Hungarians to get up off the tackle player. Too slow for his liking. So that one hits the roof of the grandstand. Kyle Castle, full start.
Malta will be happy with this start. They've defended their own goal line twice successfully. Now they're back on the attack again.
This is Phillips with his hit up in Hungary's territory. 42 out. Dallas out the back to Rodriguez. Linking up here is the number 12, Aaron Greach.
I put this team list on Messenger to him. That's the only thing I could work out. Good collision.
Tackle there from Farkas. They're coming out this side through Dallas. Dallas runs to the line, gives it to Sultana, links up with Kyle Castle. The ball's been spilt, picked up by Benson.
That was a 3v2 there. I think one more pass and it was try time.
So, a couple of mistakes here. These greasy conditions out here. There's been a lot of rain fell early before the first match. Thankfully, it's the rain's eased off, but still very greasy out there on the field. You can still see a few puddles out there.
If I was Malta, I'd just concentrate on completing and just try and prevent Hungary from getting on the scoreboard in the next 10 to 15 minutes to apply some scoreboard pressure. Malta need to probably throw in some variety in their attack up at the good ball end.
So David Farkas at dummy half. Moser. Good run from Billy Moser up to the 40. Peeling for the play the ball to get up quicker. So just short of halfway now, Hungary. Peeling for another penalty. It's not coming yet. As Kovac takes a hit up here for Hungary. So just a bit of one-out stuff here from the Hungarians.
They seem to be taking 3 plays in and looking to shift. Like I said earlier, I think they just need to shift the ball a little bit earlier in the set. Test the Maltese defence out.
Here's Emmanuel Sultana from that Warilla Gorillas club down on the south coast.
Great name, Warilla Gorillas.
Not as good as the Glendale Gorillas. Jake Scott will play the ball. He's Stone. Ben Stone, he's played in the back row and now in the centres for this match. Here's Martin. Getting up to halfway. 10-0, Malta. 2 tries in the first 5 minutes. Here goes a tard up the centre. Good tackle. Paul Ivan and Flanagan. Last tackle now for Malta. Here's Dallas with the kick. It's a wobbly old one down there for Toure. The chasers are coming through. Thankfully, Cruz Toure gets the bounce. And he tackled 5 out from his own try line. Farkas goes for a run from dummy half. Slow play the ball. Oh, solid contact there, Tyler Castle.
Great contact. Malta have been great in the contact today.
This is Gerich. Gerich running across field, trying to get around to Moser. Moser will take the tackle. Here's Kovac. Good run here from the big man.
He's had a great start to the game. If I'm the Hungary coach, I'm trying to get as much as I can out of him in this first stint because he's on fire.
So Farkas will stab this down to the corner.
Just quietly, the Hungarians have gone into a bit of a holding pattern now and just completing and kicking deep. So Malta have had to return the ball from their own 20 a few times now. So, yeah, a bit of field position pressure from from Hungary, sorry, and I think we've seen one of the reasons why they've won. They're unbeaten so far.
It's a good run here from Kyle Castle. Final game, Poland taking on Vanuatu. Addison, the coach of Poland, joining us in the commentary. Thank you very much for your time.
No, you're all right. I enjoyed it the other day, and yeah, I think it's incumbent on all of us, coaches and officials, to try and help out wherever we can, not just with our own teams, do whatever we can around the whole tournament. We're all volunteering our time for the game. What a great shot.
It's Kalifas copying that one. He's just come onto the field. Here's Kovac again.
Sign him up, he's good.
Head of the program, he's unattached, so he may not be at the end of this tournament. You know, Jared Farkas had a bit of a look there.
I'm going to find him a Polish passport.
No milk crates today. We're up
no.
A bit higher here at Cabramatta.
Somewhat more salubrious.
Salubrious, there's a word. So Dallas will find touch.
Oh, the ball's going to fly, hit us.
The window was open, there was a chance.
I would have caught that. Malta are a little bit rattled, I think. They had a good start, but Hungary have wrestled themselves back into it. And it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. And of course, we're in that territory now where the coaches start to make their interchanges, and depending on the strength of the front row interchanges that they've got. And
good tackle there from Paul Ivan.
And the back and forth, and the back and forth between the two coaches tactically, this can be quite a crucial stage.
Kyle Green scored the second try for Malta. So they go the short side. Rodriguez, little run around here for Stone. Stone gets the ball free to Martin. Martin will straighten up and just run into the line. Take the tackle 20 out from the Hungarians' try line as Attai goes for a run from dummy half. He links up with Castle. Castle runs without it. It's been intercepted by Jared Farkas. Now he's lost the ball. The referee will call a double knock on.
Paul, did you find out how the Greek player who got carried off the field the other day in the ambulance went on? I read that the Vanuatu player was fine and got released from hospital. Did you hear about the Greek player?
Yes, Terry Lipropolis, the manager of Greece, he was in the commentary with the last game, and he said everything's okay. He's just got a little bit of a sore neck, but he won't take any more part in this tournament, even though he wanted to play today.
Try telling footballers they can't play.
So Nathan Farkas. I thought it'd be easier with 4 of the same surname in the team, but it's actually not.
I've heard a rumour we've been pronouncing it wrong too.
Yeah, I've got a few pronunciations. I'm sure I've got every one wrong at least once. With every team. Here's Flanagan. Flicks it out the back. Well done.
And as the world gets smaller, it's going to be even more a challenge for commentators. I know Lucy Zelic at the FIFA World Cup got a lot of criticism for how she was pronouncing names, but she was actually doing it right.
Yeah.
It's all us that were doing a lot of them wrong, you know, and it's hard, you know, it's a challenge, and good on you for trying to as well. I know that you've been sending out the emails to all the teams to try and get the correct pronunciations. Try spelling them on a team sheet as well, that's another challenge.
Sultana with a hit up there on the 10.
This game's gone into a holding pattern, hasn't it? 10 early points and no points for a while now, and the next try crucial to the outcome of the game, I think.
Come this short side with Kyle Castle, straight into Flanagan. So the jolt there from Flanagan's head, go back.
This territory, Hungary are used to this territory because their 2 competition games have been close. Malta, on the other hand, had a decent hit out against the Philippines, and then, yes, it was a close game against Niue, but I think Niue have probably been everybody's favourites so far.
That was a good kick from Dallas. Touré's done well to keep that in field. Good tackle there from Tyler Castle. Varga there for a run for dummy half.
He reminds me of Ravanelli, who used to play soccer for Italy.
I think he's the joker in the Hungarian team as well.
There's a great fella. I was sat next to him at Windsor, actually, and he's just full of energy and full of passion for what he's doing. And I didn't know if he was the manager, if he was the commentator, if he was the the president. He had so much to say. He was good fun to be around.
So Hungary on the 40 as they go through the hands. Out there to Gerich, the far side, comes back in field.
Have you noticed, Paul, what I said about Hungary being the dogs that just hang on to the ankles? I mean, if there was a betting market, there'd have been very long odds after 5 minutes, wouldn't they? But now they're right back in the game, and if it wasn't 10-0, you'd sort of think Hungary were the team on top. Well,
they've spilt the ball, Malta. Moses picked it up, so Hungary, great opportunity to hit back here. It's Farkas, gives it to his brother. It's David Aaron.
I'd like to see Hungary move the ball a little bit more. I think they're playing a bit too much down the middle third of the field.
Here's Jared Farkas.
When you look at it,
Paul Ivan. Paul Ivan gets away from one. The defence is there. Paul Ivan's still going. He's over the line. He's going to be held up.
I thought I had the biggest right second rower in the world, Norbert Balakinski, and I've just found an even bigger one. He must be, what, 6'5"?
He has to be. Paul Ivan, he's got the knee heavily strapped. So here we go again. Inside pass of the 17 as Alcachoy.
I don't know if the viewers can see it because of the camera angle, but there's probably opportunity for Hungary, to shift the ball a bit further wide, and they probably play into the Maltese bodies a little bit, and Malta are handling it quite well.
Here's the 14 Wetherill. Keithley Cougar.
Cougars.
Cougar mania. David Farkas puts it on the toe. It's been deflected. Looking for the referee there. He's ruled 6 to go.
Hungary just applying field position pressure now and ball control pressure. And
Nathan Farkas flicks that there to Billy Moser.
The dogs are keeping hold of the ankle and they're not shaking off.
Good pick up there. Goes at the back. Oh, here's a chance here. Akachoy, he straightens up.
Pass left now, they're in.
Wanted to quick play the ball, they don't get it. They come to Jared Farkas.
Oh, great.
Tyler
great
Castle
shot.
Lines him up.
If you're going to come out the defensive line, that's the result you want.
Well, they mixed it up there. Scalafus, jersey 16, will play this 5 out. Farkas, David Farkas, he puts it on the toe. It's going to be picked up there. Well, straight back into one Farkas, and the other one gets him.
Malta will get a lot of confidence again from that. They just now need to settle this set. And I've got to be careful how loud I say this because the coach is 5 metres away from us, but for the integrity of the situation. But if I'm the coach of this side, I'm saying take this set slowly and kick it into touch and walk to the scrum and take the sting out of the game for a while.
Well, Sultana will boot this downfield. He's looking for a 40-20, but didn't get the turn on it. Cruz Toure will bring this back into good position, driving almost up to the 40. Here's McEwen. Here to Califas.
Malta haven't been down the opposition end for a while, have they? And I wouldn't bet against Hungary points next if they keep completing.
There's Vargas.
Ravanelli.
So Wetherill now in at dummy half. Flanagan is getting a bit of a rest.
He's done a lot of tackles. You can see now why Hungary have won the games that they've won. They just stay in the game, don't they, Paul?
It's a good kick. So Luis Sultana, that one's just popped up nicely. He gets away and then throws it there to Jake Scott.
If you look at the patterns of the games, the Hungary sets are finishing now all the time on the try line or 10 metres away, or at worst 20 metres away from the Maltese try line. The Hungarian kick return starts a little bit closer to the halfway line, sort of 30-40 metres out. So Hungary are definitely winning the field position battle at the minute. I think the problem is that they're just not turning their pressure into points. The difference is how much pressure they can continue to place, but Malta are also applying their own pressure. They're just not getting as much field position at the minute.
Well, they're eyeing off that 40-20. Campbell went for a shot from dummy half. It held up again.
I always look at where the first play the ball happens after a kick, and it's on the 30-metre line. So, you know, Hungary are sort of in control of this arm wrestle at the minute. They're not putting the pressure, or turning the pressure, into points. Malta were all offside on that left side then.
So Gerich take Hungary just up to halfway. And this is the 17, Alcochoy.
Good carry from an interchange prop, which is good.
So coming out to this right-hand side, Jared Farkas then switches it back to David Farkas.
Great shift,
Billy
not bad.
Moser out there, he had the arm free, but took the tackle. The last one, it's just been booted from dummy half, and Sultana with an easy mark will come back to the 20 for the restart. Back underway, Sultana. 2 early tries in the first 5 minutes for Malta. And ever since then, it's been a real arm wrestle here at the New Era Stadium in Cabramatta, in the southwest of Sydney today. Good shot there from Paul Ivan. And Nathan Benson. He's green.
If I was Malta, I'd consider kicking early in sets, particularly if they are going for that 40-20 to turn the momentum around.
Kyle Castle just met heavily there by Paul Ivan. Gerich there helping out. Kyle Green.
He's worked hard. Done a lot of defence of Malta and a lot of kick chase.
So John O'Dallas will put this one to the sky. It's a difficult one. Touré's underneath it. And Kyle Castle, or the Castle brothers there, wrap Touré up. Vargas will go for a run from dummy half, and Malta inside the 10. So this will help Hungary's cause here.
"11 minutes from half time. Hungary get on the scoreboard, game on."
Jason Gerich, the first hit up.
He's got number 3 on his back, but is he playing in the centres or has he gone into the middle now?
He's played a bit of both in this tournament, in the centres and that back row on that edge. So I think it comes down to most of the teams. They just put whatever jersey on fits them.
No comment.
Paul Ivan runs back centre field, linking up here with Wetherill. Wetherill bumps away from one, but Castle's there to wrap him up. Help there from Dallas. Jared Farkas goes into dummy half. Aaron Farkas now linking up there with David Farkas.
Good shift.
Here's Touré.
That's what we've been waiting for from Hungary.
Touré still going. Links up again with David Farkas. Here's McEwen. McEwen, he's lightning on his feet. McEwen still going with the drive. The Maltese defence is there to hold him up inches from the try line. They're set deep to this right-hand side, or will they go straight up the middle? Farkas runs to the line. Alchioi. Castle picked him out. Hang on to him. He'll be made to play the ball. Referee says go back to the mark, so there's still 5 out Hungary.
Malta have defended excellently on their own goal line.
Jared Farkas puts the cross kick for Varga. Varga's running for it. He bats it, tried to bat it back. And in the end, Nathan Benson just bats it over the sideline, but the referee's going to call the first knock on. We'll have a scrum on the 10.
Looked from here like he knocked it backwards, but the referee obviously in a better position than us.
So Malta will bring this out of their own territory. And, apologies, we've had the Hungarian president standing behind us for the last 15 minutes. As Jake Lennox takes the run. And good afternoon, Zoltz.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon.
Very, very good arm wrestle here, although you're down 10-0.
Yeah, let me greet the Hungarian. It's back home, right?
Yeah.
In Hungarian.
Yeah, you can...
Hadd köszöntsem a nézőket otthon Budapesten, akik ebben a korai órában nézik a mérkőzést. Nagyon szoros és nagyon-nagyon nagy küzdelem folyik. Reméljük, hogy vissza tudunk jönni.
So Hungary bring this out, well, Malta now I should say, there's Josh Martin. It's the last tackle on the 40.
I agree with what he just said.
Sultana with a dodgy kick down to Toure. Toure will be met there by the kick of Sultana and Rodriguez on the 30. So hopefully the Hungarian fans are up in the middle of the night watching this one as Garrett has met hard in a tackle. Final 10 minutes of this first half. As Jared Farkas runs to the line, Lennox drags him down with the help of Green. Running to the line there is Aaron Farkas, and the ball's come loose and the referee calls a knock on.
There was a decision in the new A game I thought was a bit 50-50 that went a knock on when it possibly should have been a knock on from the defence.
So the Hungarian Rugby League, it's really new in existence. How's the development going back in the homeland?
Yeah, it's we started from scratch. Basically, experts brought the game to Hungary like 2011. They had a few games summertime, and 2013 we decided to step one step higher. Like we became observer member of the European Federation. They gave us coaching courses, trainers courses, and match official courses. So that's how it started with the professional background. Then obviously we continuously recruiting players. As an unrecognized sport in Hungary, it's really hard. We just go wherever we can and pick up players. At the same time, we found the connection to our guys here in Sydney, and then the development just speeded up.
I think Campbell's gone for a dart from dummy half, and he's over. He's over Adam Campbell. So the third try for Malta. They haven't been down this end for a long time, and they come up with points. That's a good strong lead going into half time. I said Hungary, developing nation, they've done great. I guess they've really exceeded your expectations for this competition.
Yeah. By now, definitely. I mean, from here that's the bonus.
Yeah.
But we are good in coming back. So as you can see in the first two games.
Yeah. So the development of Hungary Rugby League, if people are tuning into the stream or they want to get behind with sponsorship or anything involvement, how do they get in contact?
Yeah, our Facebook page and website is up and running, and all the contacts are there. So we are really, really happy to see anyone supporting us.
Yep.
We did all these things here out of our own pocket and passion.
So 16-0. Benson adds the extras for Malta. So what's coming up for Hungary Rugby League after the emerging nations?
We continue to work with our closest friends, the Czech Republic. We are competing in the second division, trying to build a full domestic international side, playing the nations around us, trying to help each other to grow further. This season is just too far to come for games and stuff. So Czech Republic, Poland, Serbia, Ukraine. So these are the ones.
Bit of luck. The emerging nations will be back.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a good
Closely in
exposure.
Europe.
Yeah, it's good exposure, that's for sure. So I hope we can build on that.
So Hungary with a short restart. Lennox will bring this out of their own territory. Brought down 22 out their line. Weatherall appealing there. Campbell it is in fact, and Malta will get a piggyback out of their own territory here. So, what do you think of the weather here in beautiful Sydney? Did you expect this?
No, I expected something else, but it's all right. It's not the big difference what we have back home, though. So,
with football being very popular in Hungary and also in Malta, it must be hard to get grounds.
Yes, that's the main issue actually. To find the grounds for the high-profile games.
So Malta will find touch pretty much on halfway. Results. The Hungarian president, thanks for joining us, mate, in the commentary. And
Thank you.
I'm sure you have a few words to the boys, or the coach will at half time. You're still in it. It's only 16-0.
Köszönöm.
No worries. Thank you.
I feel sorry for the Hungarian president when he's watching. They conceded the try, and I just don't see the old commentator curse. I'm throwing it in, but I think Malta have basically got this game in the bag if they start the next half well, 10-15 minutes. Malta will get a lot of joy from all the defence they did on their own goal line, and Hungary not turning the pressure into points. And likewise, on the flip side, when Malta are up the other end, they've got quite a good conversion rate of pressures into points. So big half-time talk ahead for the Hungary coach.
So just heard Aaron McDonald, the coach of Malta. He didn't find any Joey in that mistake from Malta. So full start with the scrum. We'll go again here very shortly. So if you're wondering where we are broadcasting from today, we're in Cabramatta, the new Era Stadium. So if you're around in Sydney, come down. There's still 2 more games after this one. As McEwen bumps off a couple, he's been hard to bring down to the ground. Eventually he'll play this. Joy, big front row. He's come off the bench for every game this tournament. Here's Kalafas. Making good metres here, Hungary. So if they can pinch a try here before half time, and lift their spirits for sure. Paul Ivan tries to get around Castle, but he brings him down.
Meters haven't been a problem for Hungary. They've got out of their own end well, and they've got some big boppers carrying the football up constantly and with regularity, but it's just try scorers at the minute.
It's Jared Farkas, he's under pressure there. It's if they get the bounce here, but no, they won't. Benson's there to clean it up. Ivan drags him into the end goal.
Was it Ivan or Golden Tallis?
Paul, Gordon, Ivan drags Benson into the end goal, so a repeat set coming up here for Hungary.
Hungary need a try here to make this half-time talk for Hungary a bit more positive.
Dream start for Malta. 2 tries in the first 5 minutes, and then pretty much for 30 minutes we were camped in Malta's end. Malta get up the other end and score a 3rd try moments ago.
I do think either of these sides, whoever gets through, and it's looking like Malta at the minute, to be fair, they could cause Niue problems, because when Niue just needed to close the game out in the last 10 minutes earlier, I was sat downstairs with some Niue supporters, and there was a kick on the first tackle and then a 3-man strafe, and I said to the guy sat around me, I said, if I was coach of this side, I'd be pulling my hair out. They just needed to close the game down, and if there's one thing Malta have done, is they've just done the percentages very well. They've just completed as many sets as they can, kicked downfield, defended their own goal line, and Hungary are going forward well and making meters, but Malta aren't being broken open by that, and they're hanging in there. So I do think either of these sides they will go in as second favourites, I think, to Niue in the final. But I think they're both equipped to worry them.
Yep. Zach Borg, he's just come on the field and he's only side a penalty. So just a reminder for viewers, after this game we've got Turkey v Philippines and Vanuatu against Poland, wrapping up day 4 of these championships. So into the final minute here. Kyle Green takes a hit up. Maybe this will be the last play. And they've lost the ball, so Hungary. Can they come up with a Hail Mary play here? It should be the last one as Gerich goes for a run from dummy half. And that'll do us here for the first half between Hungary and Malta. And Malta have a commanding lead of 16 points to 0 here in the second semi-final of the Emerging Nations Trophy. We'll be back after this short break.
Number 2, where Malta are leading 16 points to 0 over Hungary. We'll be back shortly in semi-final 2 of the Emerging Nations World Cup.
Sorry.
Yeah. Welcome back here to New Era Stadium in Cabramatta for the second half. Hungary back out on the paddock. They've got a big job to do this final 40 minutes, down 16-0. And although you'd have to say they're pretty even first half, even though they're down 16-0 lead.
Yeah, it just comes down to points scored. You know, converting pressure into points. It'd be like two soccer teams going at it, hammer and tongue, but one of them have got a Sergio Aguero or a Mo Salah putting the goals in, the other team haven't. You know, it's a bit like that.
They are part of the Latin Heat team, are they?
I was speaking to Carlos, the Argentinian, the Argentinian rugby league chairman, trying to get rugby league off the ground. And our common ground was Sergio Aguero and Pablo Zappaleta and all the players who've played for Man City over the years.
It's amazing some of the work, just hearing the stories from the ASEAN official Peter Thompson yesterday.
Yep.
Just how they go about getting rugby league off the ground. It's just amazing work what these guys do. And
I won't name the country, but I was talking to an official from one country. He was talking about how the government are resisting it. It appears in some ways we've not moved much past the Vichy government of the 30s and 40s in France. You know, rugby union's entrenched in so many ways and institutionally, and rugby league's just constantly fighting a battle all the time to try and get up and running.
So underway for the second half, and Farkas takes a hit up. There's been a few positional changes here for Hungary in this second stanza as Akachoi starting the second half. Weatherall at dummy half. David Farkas will kick this down on the corner. It's not a bad kick. Chases are coming through, but Sultana will be back there to clean it up.
Hungary.
Oh, he's spilt the ball, Sultana. The referees, since been back bad here. Just trying to work out what that decision is. This is where we need the...
He's given the ball back to Malta.
Oh, there you go. I saw the ball come loose, and obviously Hungary's got a hand to it, but still not a bad start for Hungary this second half. Good kick away after their set. So scrum packs on the 10. Nathan Benson with the hit up here. Run straight into Aaron Farkas.
Hungary will be really ruin the start to that game where they were 10-0 down after 4 minutes, was it?
2 tries in the opening 5 minutes.
Because otherwise it'd be 6-0 down now and feel well in the game, but the longer it takes them to get on the scoreboard, the tougher the job will be.
So Green will play it. Like come this, well, Campbell goes for a kick from dummy half.
Good early kick too.
Nathan Farkas will bring this back up, and Campbell's there to be the first tackler along with John O'Dallas. So Varga will go for a run. As Lee likes to say, Ravanelli.
He's the cult hero of Hungary, I reckon.
Yeah. Gerich.
He's gone okay too. He's a few tough carries and probably stands out a bit because that long hair flying around when he gets hit.
So just short of halfway. And Aaron Farkas again taking a hit up, number 6. So they go back out to the right. Inside pass from Jared Farkas, linking up there with Paul Ivan. And Ivan's brought to ground. So they go back for the kick. It's a high one down to the wing here for Scott. It's a tester. And he's fumbled it. It's going to go into touch. So Hungary here, a golden opportunity to hit back. I'll get the scrum feed. 15 out from the line. And we saw with that kick there, the wind playing havoc for Scott down in that corner. So Hungary just getting themselves set here. And a big shout out to all the volunteers that's helped with this tournament. Especially all the ball boys and ball girls. They've earned their pie and coke today in the rain. Paul Ivan.
Did you say pie and coke? I'm starving.
Here's Gerich. So 8 metres out from the line, Hungary here. Aaron Farkas waits for it at dummy half. Passes it to David Farkas. Inside runner here is McEwen. McEwen gets away from one.
A bit of something different from Hungary there, which is long overdue, I think. Throwing the ball back inside.
Well, that one's gone to nowhere. Vargas picks it up. Dallas wraps him up. Gerich goes into dummy half. It's a wobbly old pass there, but Nathan Farkas has got it. So it's still centre field. Last tackle. They spread here to the left-hand side. They come this way, but they go the short pass to Kalifas. Kalifas could be over.
Nah.
Held up.
Nah, well done. Malta have put bodies in the tackle really well.
So it's a hand over 2. Simon Kalifas thought he had one more tackle, but the referee says hand over, so Malta survive. Benson will play this 15 out from his own line. Here's Scott looking to make amends.
Just to get across to those watching the sort of nature of this tournament, we just tried to get somebody on who will remain nameless on commentary, and he said, "Oh, I can't. I'm on a sickie from work."
Here's Dallas. John O'Dallas almost bust through. He's just been collared there by Flanagan on halfway. Sultana. Inside pass, here's Lennox.
What's been your favourite commentary box, Paul, of the tournament?
Probably St Mary's.
Okay.
So they gave me some free drinks.
Is that a hint? Put that over the loudspeaker around the stadium.
So 2-8. We'll bring this back. And he's just driven back, and like all the grounds, I'm used to, if I'm calling games, I'm used to calling on the back of a ute, and we're right on the sideline. So brings a whole dimension being up a bit higher.
The real feature of the game has been the Maltese bodies in the tackles, hasn't it?
Certainly has. Some good defensives, some big hits in the Greece newer game. There's Kovac. He had a good first half, and he's started the second half the same way.
He's been the best prop on the field today.
As Flanagan goes for a run from dummy half.
And Flanagan's not tired after all them tackles.
Last tackle for Hungary. David Farkas, little chip over the top, but Tyler Castle's there to clean up. Gets away from one tackle, but there's one there from Aaron Farkas. Picks him up and throws him into the Cabramatta turf. Here's Scott.
Said it already in the first half. Next try crucial.
He's Green. He scored the second try for Malta.
Not rained for a while, Paul, has it? I think this field might stay okay.
Yeah, it's held up remarkably, considering there was big puddles just to the right where the play the ball is.
There's a bit of afters there at the ruck.
Johnny Dallas dancing around. He's wrapped up. The Jamboree Superoo. He's lost the ball now. So let off there for Hungary. Some coaching staff of Malta just to our right.
First ever game I watched in Australia of lower grade football, apart from NRL, was at this ground. In February 2007, Manly Sea Eagles versus Parramatta Eels in Harold Matthews and SG Ball. And the temperature was about 480 degrees for a pommy who'd just flown over.
McEwen here with the run. Interesting that you come over here and you see the junior system.
There's a weight of numbers thing as well. I mean, I think if in England, for example, which is the other sort of big rugby league nation alongside New Zealand, if you're tall and sinewy and muscly kind of thing, you might lean towards football, as in soccer.
Flanagan goes down the short side. Sorry there, Lee.
No, you're all right. So a Greg Inglis type physique before he started bulking up might have ended up in soccer, you know, and there's so many others. Billy Slater would have played soccer, I would imagine, if he grew up in Liverpool as opposed to Melbourne, or, you know, as opposed to where he did in Queensland, sorry. And I just think on the eastern seaboard of Australia, rugby league is such a part of the fabric through generations. Well, we've got a bust here from Kyle Castle. Kyle Castle, he's put the afterburners on. Farkas is coming across. Nathan Farkas wraps him up. Help of Flanagan. Good run from Castle. Quick play the ball. Tyler Castle's in at dummy half. Rodriguez gives this away to Stone. Stone straightens up. 5 metres out from the line. I fear for Hungary.
And now Malta get a penalty here. Ivan just got tangled up in the play the ball here, and the referee, I think, is going to call out the captain here of Hungary. So David Farkas is just going out to have a chat with the referee.
Good tactics. If I was Farkas, I'd ask 6 more questions of the ref while I was there too, just to get the defence breathing in, get the extra energy.
So Ben Stone will just kick this over the sideline. And now he'll take the tap.
What's on for Bar TV after this tournament?
Well, as Lennox just gets at centre field, there's plenty of stuff coming up. A bit of cricket as they go through the hands of John O'Dallas, and good hit there from Paul Ivan on Dallas. So, the Noosa Sevens,
okay.
the opposite rugby code that kicks off on Thursday.
Well, both those sports you just mentioned need some help in this country, I think. Australia collapsed overnight, didn't they, against Pakistan?
Yeah, we won't go there.
I just did, come on.
Yeah, so a bit of cricket, a bit of badminton as well.
Okay. So no off-season, you're saying?
Not really. Here's Gerich. Like a lot of these players, they're not really, oh, this is good defence here from Malta.
Numbers in the tackle.
Here's Kovac. So, yeah, not much of an off-season, but like these fellas, and it all starts again in about February again with the footy season. So, another numbers in the tackle there for Malta. So, Malta muscling up here in this set. It's Daniel Ivan has another hit up, coming in groups of 3 and 4 here, the Maltese.
Doing it well too.
As they look for a 40-20, it's not a bad one, but Sultana gets a difficult bounce back there. And the Farkas line of defence is there. It's David that ends up making the tackle.
Just sort of sensing the Maltese are getting the noses through each time they carry the ball forward as well now. So I really fear for Hungary in the rest of this game.
Stone. Taken down on the 40. Still 16-0. Malta in front of Hungary here. They come this short side is Kyle Green. Straight into Aaron Farkas. Here's his front row partner, Phillips. Last tackle for Malta. Campbell's certainly got plenty of minutes here for Malta. Jake Attard started the game at hooker. Hasn't come back on. It's a little stabbing kick down into the corner. It's going to split Toure and Farkas. Cruz Toure will bring this out. Take the tackle. He could be driven back here. You're right, Lee. Malta have seemed to up the tempo here in defence, and here we go again through Stone, dragging Farkas back, but he's gone to ground. So there's still 5 out from their own try line here as Brent Varga comes in for a run to help the forwards out.
Well, if there's no penalties here, this set is going to be 20 metres at best.
Gerich now. Lennox and John O'Dallas in the tackle. Here's Farkas. Nathan Farkas is his second hit up here.
They just had a commentator's curse again.
Well, there you go.
They were just a bit slack around the A defender there. They just switched off a little bit on the 4th tackle, I think it was. And at this level of football, with the experience some of the players have, that's all you need to do. You know, you just switch off for a second, and then somebody will sniff that out and step into the space where you should have been. And then the next thing is a quick play, the ball in the back of it, and a penalty. You know.
So Gerich with another hit up inside Malta's territory here, and there's still plenty of time left in this. If Hungary can get one try, they've got a sniff. As Kovac picking out defenders.
I think he's a man of the match contender already, and he's in the team that's losing by 16 points. He's been brilliant.
Stack this short side, but they're going out to the right. As Paul Ivan dances around, flicks the pass out the back to Toure. This is Jared Farkas with it. He runs straight at Lennox. Helped out there by Kyle Green. So 20 out from Malta's line. Quick play the ball. Flanagan goes for a run from dummy half. Here's this big second rower, Moser, brought down 2 metres out from the line. Flanagan goes to the short side. It's a flat pass, and McEwen, he couldn't hang on to it. To be fair, it was around near his ankles.
Every time I think Hungary are going to score a try, there's 3 or 4 Malta bodies fly into the tackle. It's been a real feature of their defence, and should they get through, which is looking more and more likely as the minutes tick over, they've got to provide the same intensity when they play New A, because the New A bodies are about twice the size. Again, real big side New A. I stood next to one of the props earlier, and if there was a sun out, he would have put a shadow over me. He was huge.
So Hungary, as McEwen goes for a dart from dummy half. So they got the scrum here, Hungary.
On the flip side, if we get a try now, then...
Well, here's Flanagan from dummy half. He's barged his way over, but he's going to be held up. Lennox has ended up with the ball. The referee says play on. So Malta get it back. Good work from Jake Lennox. So nothing going right for Hungary. Ben Stone brings this out again. He normally plays in the back row. I think he played 5'8" the last game as well. Oh, good hit there. Hungary.
You can see Hungary are just trying to make something happen in the game now. The scoreboard pressure will start to tell.
16-0. Jake Attard's come back out onto the field for Malta. Dallas gets the kick away, not the best one, but Varga's going to have to chase back for it because he's got the Nathan Benson coming down, and also Tyler Castle. Help of Kyle Castle as well. Varga got the ball away, but the referee says no, go back and play it. Here's Gerich. Jason Gerich. So New 8 already booked their place in the final. Still over 24 minutes remaining in this one. At the moment, Malta 16 in front. Daniel Ivan getting dangerously close to that sideline as Malta defence try to push him over. Now Hungary get a penalty here.
They've got to take one of these chances soon, Paul.
So as a coach, when you start looking at the clock and think, I've run out of ideas. Here's Kovac.
I think you've got to throw a bit of caution to the wind. I think, it's do or die today.
Flanagan goes to Jared Farkas. Jared Farkas straightens up.
But there's also an argument to say I bet their completion's still quite high in the 70s, and the pressure could tell eventually, and they could get some quick fire tries. But it's easy for me stood in this palatial commentary box. I just don't see that many points in Hungary at the moment.
Kovac. Oh, he was through, but the referee's called him back. Hungary almost had a try, but the referee says no. He's just taken the tap on the wrong spot.
Ugh.
So we take 2 for David Farkas. And now Stuart Flanagan will run straight at the line and go centre field, 5 out. Wetherell back on the field too for Hungary. They come out to this left-hand side through David Farkas. Short ball here to Daniel Ivan. Daniel Ivan's driving. He's brought down 2 metres out from the line. Can Hungary come up with something here? Farkas again. Almost gets around, but very good defence there from Tyler Castle. They go out to the right again. Here's Paul Ivan linking up with Jason Gerich, and he's been picked up and thrown into the turf by Nathan Benson. Short side play again here. Paul Ivan, he's picked up and thrown back. He throws the ball out the back. It's going everywhere here at the moment. I think Gerich threw the pass. He's ended up diving on it.
Surely this pressure's got to count at some point.
So another penalty. And we've got a player in the bin here. It looks like Kyle Green's been sent for a bit of dissent. He was nowhere near the plate. So interesting to see what Hungary do now. The extra man, still just over 20 minutes to go. Jay Katard's just having a word to the referee, probably just trying to soak up a bit more time. So Wetherell with the ball in hand, take the tap. Referee finds his mark and will get underway.
Nice rest for the Maltese defence again.
Certainly was. Here's Flanagan. Still 8 metres out from the try line. So they go through the hands. Inside pass here to McEwen. He's ran hard all day. The defence is there again for Malta.
If he just straightened up into that hole again easy from where we are, there was a hole opened up for him, so he needed to straighten up and he was in. Big hole on the right.
So here's Kovac. Kovac, inches from the line. Slow play the ball. David Farkas with it now. He'll run himself here. Good tackle there from Aaron Greach. Wetherell, dummy half. Jared Farkas, he steps back inside. He could score. No, good defence again here from the Knights. Last tackle. They're stacked here on this short side to the left. They come this way. David Farkas, long pass has been picked up. Toure, we've got a try on the corner. Nathan Farkas will score.
Forward or touchline.
Well, drama. Hungary just can't score. Put his foot out in the end goal. Malta survive again. Now they go straight on the attack here with Castle. Castle straightens up. Flanagan's there. He's bumped straight through. It's a good run here from Kyle Castle. He's got no support, still going. He's bumped away. Throws a long pass out to Tyler Castle.
You can probably hear the Maltese coach screaming in the background.
Well, eventually play stops on the 30.
Who'd be a coach, eh?
Here's Dallas. Here's Martin, Josh Martin. So Hungary. And all the possession the last 5 minutes up Malta's line. Now Rodriguez takes it to the 20. Crucial period coming up here for both teams. Hungary need to hold out. Jake Attard goes straight up the middle. Wetherill just grabs him by the collar.
Nothing worse if you're a big prop than a little hooker scooting like that.
Here's Dallas, runs in the line, steps back inside. Here's Martin. Good pass there from Dallas. I'm not sure if Martin was expecting it.
If Malta score soon, they can book the place in the final, I reckon.
Dallas, inside pass again to Sultana. Sultana's diving for the line. And
held up.
Referee rules held up.
There's been a lot of that today, hasn't there?
It certainly has, and you could tell there by the Malta players' body language there. They weren't too keen on that ball heading down.
No, everybody wants to play in a final, that's why. It's everyone's gone up another level today. I reckon the Malta team have been working on defence all week. They've been really good in defence. That said, I don't know the Hungary attackers tested them as they should all the time.
Dallas with the cross kick. It's not a bad one for Stone, but Nathan Farkas has done well.
Here we go.
He's through half a gap. He gets around Rodriguez. Farkas. Oh, great tackle from John O'Dallas, but he's still going. Great run from Nathan Farkas.
Both teams forgotten how to defend for a couple of sets. They'll just have some length of the field runs or half a length of the field runs. Open the game up a little bit.
Still through the hands. That's a great tackle out there by Kyle Castle on Vargas. Garrich will go for a run cross field. Starting to open up this in the final 20 minutes. Here's Kovac. Kovac does the dummy, takes the tackle. 25 out now from Malta's line. They come this short side again. And Farkas throws it back into Jared Farkas. 10 out from the try line now. Last tackle for Hungary.
Get a repeat set.
David Farkas, little kick in there for Flanagan, but it's been picked up by Jake Attard. Attard's still going, stepping, weaving, and he's brought down by probably the biggest fella on the field, Daniel Ivan.
Hasn't he made a couple of big plays, Jake Attard, in the last few minutes?
Certainly has. Started the first half, he's had a long break on the sideline.
The clock's going slow for me. I can't imagine how slowly it's going for the Malta coach, but for the Hungary coach, he's probably going really fast.
That's a good kick from Sultana, but it's held up in the wind. Toure's will pick it up. 4 Maltese players down there to circle him and put him down on the 20. Brent Varga will go for a run for dummy half.
Hungary starting to look tired now too, taking a couple of plays for everyone to get back, and that's including the outside backs. And you can understand why. It's been a brutal game for so long. Like it's been an arm wrestle for everything but bar the first 5 minutes.
So McEwen steps back inside off the left. He's done that pretty much every time he's taken the ball. Comes back in centre field. Wetherill did well to pick that up from dummy half. Here's Kovac again.
I'm trying to find where our changing rooms are, Paul, for the 5:15 game.
Jared Farkas puts this up high.
Changing rooms are at two venues here, underneath us and behind the goals. So 4 changing rooms at Cabramatta.
Well, both teams come out from underneath us here, and Greece and Newey come from the canteen, behind the canteen.
So the next game should come from the canteen, and then
you'll be underneath. Yeah.
That's
well, don't take my word for it. We've got a knock on here from Malta.
You heard it here first on Bar TV. If Hungary don't score now.
So just under 16 minutes to go. 16 the difference.
You know, it's a tricky day weather-wise when I turned into the car park at 12 o'clock and the floodlights were already on full beam. I thought I'd pulled into Castleford or St Helens or Wigan or...
So what have Hungary got here? They need a try desperately. Jared Farkas. Maltese defence has been brilliant.
Hungary have been great though too. They've been so so committed, and you can see why they've won 2 games already in the tournament, gone undefeated up until now.
Wetherell's just come off. And Josh Cregan's just come on, actually.
And only 2
For
interchanges
it's
left too now.
Nagy, I should say, for Hungary. It was reading the wrong sheet. It's a good run there from Moser. Hungary 10 out from Malta's try line. Flanagan will go himself from dummy half. He needs support. He may not need it. And the Maltese defence is there again. So Flanagan plays it. David Farkas at dummy half. Here's Jared Farkas. He'll run the line. He puts Gerrich through. Jason Gerrich has been brought down short. What a try-saving tackle from John O'Dallas.
I thought he was in for all money then.
So they go again. Paul Ivan cut out pass. He finds Brent Varga in the corner. Hungary get a try finally.
Get this over and run back and have another crack.
The referee points to the spot. 16-4 of a kick to come. And that's persistence for Hungary. They just kept trying, and finally they come up with a try. But what about that try save a moment ago from John O'Dallas?
If you keep knocking on the door, then eventually somebody will open it, and I think they've been knocking on it now for 60-odd minutes. And as well as Malta have been defending and throwing bodies into the tackles and last-ditch tackles, you've got to wonder how long they've got the energy to do that for, which could aid the Hungary effort, but at the same time, Hungary have got to do what they've done for so much of the last 2/3 of the game, just keep completing and see what happens. If there's one team you wouldn't want to play with 13 minutes to go in this tournament and only 10 or 12 points up, I think it'd be Hungary based on what they've done so far.
They've capitalised on the extra man too. But the kick is unsuccessful, so it remains 16 points to 4. As the rain comes back here at Cabramatta. Just the light rain here. It's very heavy early on this morning.
Gonna have a look at the radar, see what we've got coming up. I'm starting to get my coaching head on now, mate, for the game. Big team, Vanuatu, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Physical.
They don't give up either. There's a good deep kick off there. And Farkas will offload this to Ivan, and Jake Attardi, he got bumped out of there running through. Went in the back of Jason Gerrich.
That doesn't look pretty on the radar, does it?
Certainly doesn't.
I think it might just be missing us though. Or the big chunk of it is missing us anyway. Good luck if you're in the centre of Sydney.
Kovac, short of the 40. Flanagan at dummy half. They come this short side. Paul Ivan. So David Farkas will just stab this down on the corner. It's not a bad kick, but it's going to run dead down here in that corner. That first game, Greece and Niue, there's a big pile of water in that corner, and it would have held up if that was still around. So the drainage is pretty good here at Cabramatta. So Benson with the restart. Clock ticking down for Hungary. Green back out there on the field. So Malta back to the full 13. Here's Ben Stone. Quick play the ball. Jake Attar goes straight up the middle again. Runs straight into probably the wrong person, Billy Moser.
He's come into his own the last section of this game.
Stone again.
Both sides a little bit tired. Hungary in particular have got some big bodies, and there's a smart little hooker. He'll be sniffing around, looking for the lazy ones.
Dallas just stabs this down. Touré's there to pick it up. Dallas will clip Touré. Tyler Castle comes over the top. So Hungary with it all to do. There's Nagy just on the field. A clean jersey. Won't take long to get dirty up there. So go through the hands. Moser trying to get around Scott. Couldn't. He's gone for the quick play, the ball.
The jerseys are nowhere near as dirty as I thought they would be, though, when I saw the weather forecast today.
Yeah, it's exceptionally. I thought we were going to have a throwback to the early 80s.
Yeah, not quite a mud bath.
So Kovac will play it just short of halfway. Jared Farkas will stab this down to the right corner, but Sultana's coming across. It's a dodgy one. He's done well to pick it up. Probably could have let it go dead, but he's played at it. We're into the final 10 minutes here. Still Malta 16, Hungary 4. Benson will help the forwards out and go for a run here.
Field goal would kill Hungary off.
Jake Scott.
Not from here, mind.
Into the win. Well,
Pat Richards isn't playing for Malta, is he?
There's a good run here from Martin. Josh Martin straight through. He's still going. He's got support with Attard. And Attard's just been taken out there without the ball. Could have been a penalty. The referee allows play on.
Hungary looking tired now.
Dallas just stabs this down. Well, looks like Nathan Farkas has gone into fullback. Good kick there. He's a metre out from his own try line. Nagy will go for a run from dummy half.
Malta need to use the new term that's crept into the game manage now. Just need to manage this game to the end now. Win the game 16-4 or 17-4 or 20-21-4.
Well, David Farkas has come off for Hungary, the halfback.
One of their better players too, so
it looks like Nathan Farkas has gone to fullback and Chris Toure has come up either playing halfback or 5'8".
Hungary are really tired.
Jared Farkas pressure pass there to Paul Ivan. And Vargas now spilled it. So a scrum here with a Malta feed. This could be the opportunity for Malta to seal this and move into the final. The Emerging Nations Championship, the first one in 18 years. Dallas inside pass to Martin.
Let's hope it's not too long between drinks for the next one.
Here's Martin again. Thought he was almost through up to the 20.
Wouldn't be surprised if Malta go over eventually.
So here's Adam Campbell. He's back out in the field for Malta. He spilt the ball.
Oh.
So let off here for Hungary.
I've not got anything right in commentary today, have I? Hope it doesn't spill into my coaching.
I think it's because you're standing next to me. It's catching. So
okay.
Make sure when you're coaching, just go stand on the other side. You'll be fine.
Well, I'll be out there in the weather, whereas here I'm in this air-conditioned and heated actually, glassed palace. Good view from up here though, Paul, isn't it?
It is. It's a great view. Great little complex here at Cabramatta.
Bit easier than Sunday's commentary conditions.
Yeah, on the milk crates.
No umbrellas getting in the way here.
So Hungary will have to go 80 metres here to get another try. The Maltese defence, they're in numbers once again. Here's McEwen, run straight at Stone. It's hard around the legs. And also there, Phillips. Paul Ivan trying to get through, but that Malta defence has been excellent all day. And as you said, Lee, with the responsive of this Emerging Nations here as Flanagan goes for a run from dummy half, hopefully it's looking possible that there will be another one in 4 years or maybe even earlier than that.
Well, the scouts are starting to come out now and look at some of the talent on show. Obviously, the world has got around. I got a message from England last night about one of my players, actually. So, you know, that's Bar TV. We've got Bar TV to thank for that.
And that one's just in the field of play. So, Malta scrum feed here. Well, that's the thing. I often say about the Newcastle and the Canberra comps that we cover, the Illawarra comp, that there's players running around in that competition that would suit a League One team in England for sure.
Absolutely. And I think you know, linking in a little bit what I said earlier about some of the governments in the different countries putting in roadblocks for rugby league to move forward. I think in was it Abu Dhabi there was a problem, or in Dubai or somewhere like that there was a problem. With social media now, we can circumvent that.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump's presidency has taught us anything, it's that you can circumnavigate or circumvent some of the traditional media avenues, I suppose, and something like Bar TV, which anybody can access in most countries anyway. There's no better platform, basically. And social media, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc.
Here's Castle, bumps away. Castle's got the fullback coming across. He's got a mile of support inside, and here's his brother Tyler Castle. Good tackle there by Nagy. Attard goes into dummy half. Dallas, long pass to Rodriguez.
2 more
Here's
passes.
Sultana,
One
cuts
more
out
pass.
to Campbell.
Yeah.
Campbell, we've got to try in the corner. Josh Cregan, he's just come on. And that'll about do us here at Cabramatta. Malta get another try. 20 points to 4 with a kick to come.
Do you mind if I take my leave, Paul, and go and get my boys ready for the game?
Absolutely. You've done well. Thanks, Lee Addison.
Thanks for having me.
The Polish coach. He's got a game coming up. The last one here today against Vanuatu. After this, we've got the Philippines up against Turkey.
Make sure you watch our game, everyone.
And thanks, Lee, for joining us in the commentary.
Thanks.
And Nathan Benson now will look to add the extras. And it's been a good effort from Hungary. They can hold their heads up high in this tournament. They weren't expected to get this far. But just that early start from Malta, it's proved too costly. 2 tries in the first 5 minutes. So Nathan Benson lines this one up. And if you're just tuning into the coverage, after this we've got Turkey v Philippines. Let us know where you're watching from. We love your support of the Emerging Nations World Championships. Benson strikes it, but it's not going to come around in this strong wind. So it remains 20 points to 4. Heading into the final moments of this one. Josh Cregan, he's just come on the field. Scores a try of his first touch, and I just looked at him on the sideline here. He's got the arms crossed. I think he's still cold. So Hungary go with a short restart. Cregan, the man who scored the try, well, he's fumbled it. It's gone backwards, thankfully. Adam Campbell's on it. Here goes Cregan now. He spilt the ball. So, final 2 minutes here. Can Hungary get one more back? The game's as good as gone.
Coming up shortly in game 3, we'll have the Philippines versus Turkey.
20 points to 4. Hungary still looking to score points. They pack the scrum quickly. The referee, now he calls time off. So, chance here to finish strongly. So Jared Farkas, he'll just chip and chase for himself. Is he going to win the race here? It's going to be close. Well, Paul Ivans come from nowhere to beat them all and score underneath the post. The big back rower finishes off strongly for Hungary. So 20 points to 8. Well done to Paul Ivan. Jared Farkas, I think he was kicking for himself, and the big back row has just come from nowhere to steal the show. So well done, Hungary. They've finished strong. They've had a good game, but just that opening couple of minutes has cruelled them. Here it is again on the replay. Jared Farkas with the kick over the top. And you can see Ivan just comes charging through, dives on it. Great stuff from the big back rower. That knee's been heavily strapped. He got a bit of a knock in his last game. He's come back, recovered well. So Jared Farkas with a try assist will line this one up as we hear the siren go in the background. Ooh. So I just kicked the chair behind me. Farkas adds the extra, so that's full time. Malta go into the final of the Emerging Nations World Championships with a 20 points to 10 victory over Hungary. They can hold their heads high, they've done well, but Malta too strong in this one. We'll take a quick break here on Bar TV and we'll be back with the third game here at the Cabramatta complex between the Philippines and Turkey.
Malta progress through to the Grand Final Cup, and Hungary go through to the third and fourth place playoff on Saturday. Congratulations to both nations. Coming up soon will be Philippines versus Turkey in a few minutes' time. We'll see you again shortly.